Hey guys, welcome back to another Baby and Me. Today is all about pumpkins, so I'm going to be showing you some cool ways to decorate pumpkins, and we are going to sing a couple songs. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our new hello song we have been doing. So it goes, hello everybody and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hello everybody and how are you? How are you today? And remember, you can substitute everybody out for your child's name or whatever name you want. So that is the only goodbye or hello song we're going to sing today. And we are going to get started. We are getting closer and closer to Halloween, so today we are going to talk all about pumpkins. Speaking of Halloween, don't forget that we will be having a costume contest with the library. Just be sure to take a picture in your costume and send it into our Facebook page, and we will announce a winner on the 23rd. Alright, so our book today is The Very Best Pumpkin. Down a winding country lane and over a rolling hill, you'll find Pumpkin Hollow Farm, where a young boy named Peter lives with his grandparents, Mimi and Papa. In the spring, they grow plump, juicy strawberries, and in summer, corn, crisp and sweet as honey. But it's in the fall that Mimi and Papa's farm produces the most wonderful crops of all. Yum! Pumpkins. Big pumpkins, small pumpkins, short pumpkins, tall pumpkins. They grow pumpkins of every shape and size. One summer, not so long ago, as Peter was tending his pumpkins, he spotted a long curly-Q vine he hadn't noticed before. It twisted and traveled all the way beyond the far edge of the field. Curious, Peter followed where it went. Cautiously, he clambered over pumpkin after pumpkin as he trailed the vine into the nearby meadow. Where do you all think this vine's leading to? And at the vine's very end, much to Peter's surprise, he discovered a tiny pumpkin growing all by itself among the weeds. Poor little pumpkin, thought Peter. It's awfully lonely out here. See the tiny little pumpkin growing? Carefully, Peter cleared the weeds so the pumpkin could enjoy some sunshine. Then he loosened the soil around the plant and gave it some water. Every day that followed, when Peter had finished tending all the other pumpkins that grew side by side in the field, he hurried out to the meadow to visit his lonely little pumpkin. Peter was so busy that summer, he didn't notice that a new family had moved in next door to Mimi and Papa's farm. Peter's new neighbor, Meg, spent most of her time alone, reading under a tree at the far edge of her yard. One afternoon, as Meg was reading, she heard a noise in the meadow next door. She peeked around just in time to see Peter as he bent to care for his special pumpkin. Day after day, Meg quietly watched, and little by little, Peter's pumpkin grew. It grew larger and larger and rounder and plumper, and began to change color from pale yellow to dark green, and finally to a deep, rich orange red that glowed in the late summer sun. It was the most beautiful pumpkin Meg had ever seen. Look how big his pumpkin is now. It grew a lot, didn't it? Soon the leaves began to change and the days grew shorter and cooler. Folks began to arrive at Mimi and Papa's farm just to select their pumpkins. Peter helped his teacher, Mrs. Clark, choose a pretty little pumpkin for her desk at school. Peter proudly showed Officer Bailey a big pumpkin in the middle of the field. It would look dandy on the steps of the police station in town. Miss Jane, the librarian, thanked Peter after he helped her pick just the right pumpkins for her award-winning prize. pies, not prize. Peter helped pumpkin after pumpkin find a good home, but he was saving one pumpkin. Do you think he's saving his special pumpkin? It was his special pumpkin, the best pumpkin of all. Late one afternoon, Meg and her parents came by the farm to pick their pumpkins. Peter watched as Meg stepped gingerly into the field and began to search. She peeked under giant leaves and crawled over rambling vines and carefully stepped between pumpkin after pumpkin, but she couldn't seem to find just the right one. Meg looked here and she looked there. She looked everywhere. Just as she was about to leave, someone stepped up behind her. "I think I might know where to look," Peter said. Peter guided Meg past all the pumpkins in the field until they came upon the wandering vine. "Follow me," he said. They followed the vine to the meadow where Peter's pumpkin grew. "This one's the very best pumpkin," said Peter. "Oh, it's beautiful," Meg cried. Meg shyly told Peter how she'd been there all along watching him care for his pumpkin. "I knew you were there," Peter confessed. "That's why I'd like you to have it." Together, Meg and Peter carried their special pumpkin across the field to show Meg's parents. Autumn turned into winter and winter into spring. Soon it was summer once again, and Peter was busy tending a new crop of pumpkins side by side with his new friend Meg. Every day they cleared the weeds and tilled the soil and watered the field. And just like the pumpkins, their friendship grew and grew and grew. The end. That was a cute story, wasn't it? Alright guys, so today we are going to be playing with some pumpkins, and we are going to be doing different things with pumpkins that you can do besides carving them. So we'll be painting some, we'll use some googly eyes on some to decorate, and then I have a really fun craft to show you all. So we've got a couple different pumpkins, a couple different ways to decorate them. The first one is you can just get some paint and paint them however you want. That's a little candy corn pumpkin, and that's another one that was just painted. Or you can get some googly eyes and markers and draw faces on them. But this one, we're going to test it out and see if it works. I have painted my pumpkin white and glued crayons to the top of it. So I am going to take my hairdryer and try to melt the crayons and see if it works. So I will be back with you all in a minute. Okay guys, so I tried to melt my crayons on my pumpkin and it did not go good at all. And I gave up on my last 3 crayons. But that is how it turned out. Be sure if you do try this out to have your grown-up help you, because it does get very hot with the hairdryer and it makes a big mess. So be sure to have your grown-up help you. If you all do attempt to do this and it turns out better, be sure to send in your pictures and let us know. But I still think just painting them is the funnest thing to do. So if you paint them, if you draw on them, whatever you do to decorate your pumpkins, be sure to send them in and show us. And I'll see you all next week. Okay, so for our song today, we have the 5 little pumpkins sitting on the gate. Alright, so 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There's a frost in the air." The third one said, "But we don't care." The fourth one said, "Ready for some fun." The fifth one said, "Run, run, run." Ooh, went the wind, and out went the light, and the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. That was a fun song, wasn't it, guys? So that is all we have for today, so we will go ahead and sing our goodbye song. So for our goodbye song today, we're going to be singing the new one that we have learned. So it goes, "We wave goodbye like this, we wave goodbye like this, we clap our hands for all our friends and wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this, we wave goodbye like this, We clap our hands for all our friends and wave goodbye like this. I'll see you all next week.